We have a bunch more finishing up tomorrow. Both I can black, Tiff blue tool bags. Pretty sweet, huh? Waffles, what's up? How are you? OD, I'm guessing those are tool bags. Yep, looks like tool bags. Coyote Fupas, those look like XLs. Yep, XLs. Tool bags, OD. More mini pack bodies out here. Let's turn this off, or is this battery? Nope. Nice little fan. Radio pouches, all radio pouch stuff. Black Fupas, looks like black day packs. Now's your chance to get a black day pack. We're running a bunch of them. Woodland padded night vision, Fupa XLs in woodland also. We have a lot of Fupas running. 21 on, 8 thumbs up, guys. Hit that thumbs up for us. I'm only seeing a couple comments here, so looks like the feed is throttled back, so we probably won't do this video too long. Typhon AKM4 micro rigs. Got a handful of those if you want one. Very low. I think we only did 12 of those. Is Ghost available? I think it is. I don't have any. There is nothing Ghost coming through. We have a little bit of Ghost material that will be used on existing orders. Something we're probably just throttling back. We just got too much of other stuff. Justin Willis, what's up? Monkey, what's going on? Jason, don't let Nicole see the splatter mini packs. Does Nicole need a splatter mini pack? We can send one over. She's definitely made me a lot of cakes, a lot of pineapple upside down cakes. I'd say I owe her a splatter mini pack. Tool aprons, padded suspenders. Whoever, there's some Ghost Cali bags. Pal's mics, NSWs. Rafa, what's up? Just drove through a whiteout in Ohio. AJ, what's up? Are you home yet? Taft, what's up? We just did those, or they're starting to come out today. I do have splatter tool bags. And then I think I've got, I do have splatter danglers, splatter XLs, splatter standard Fupas. I do have a splatter 12 gauge, and I've got a few splatter micros. And then we've got some closed bags somewhere in the mix. Tim Riley, what's up? Landfill. Is there a Scully live? Do you do those at a consistent? Yeah, we did them today. Yeah, it was today. We did one live. It's on the YouTube. It's the video before this one. Josh, what's up, man? Ghost. Carl Johnson wants you to know that he will suck your nuts. That's what it looks like he's saying. Weird. It's okay that you're gay. You can suck all the dicks you want. You just can't suck our dicks. Hurry up, Carl. Say your last words here. You're about to walk the plank. Explore USA, Texas, Baxter County, Star River Walk. Links ain't working with YouTube Android. Odd. Explore the fun. Participate in the conversation here before you plug your shit. Doing so is okay, but you have to fucking talk to us. Amanda Mercantile Minis. She's got them coming out, the minis and the travel packs. He's looking for directions to the truck stop. Why is someone promoting the Riverwalk for Santa? I don't know. That's his account, too. He's got a couple minutes here. He's got a minute here to fucking reply with something other than that before we ban him. You promote given ER? I don't know what that means. Plantain Salve Minis gonna be in every kit. Nice. Do you ever make cornhole bags? No, we never have, man. I've not ever made cornhole bags. I've seen people use the combat cocks for those. They have Velcro in the bottom so you can pull the stuffing out and put, you know, corn or whatever you want in there. Mini's perfect travel size. Love the cooling muscle rub. Ever considered dice bags? Like for Dungeons and Dragons? I've not. I have not. Need some pine tar. Yeah, you do. Slow news night. Nothing to report. Odd, isn't it? How about all them drones they're pushing out there everywhere? Drones, drones, drones. Hey, if there's a mod on here, go ahead and ban the Riverwalk guy and go ahead and ban the Dick Sucker guy. S2 Underground did a priority about the drones, exactly what y'all said. U.S. Air Force testing Providal Aero Helix drones. They are manned drones, thus the discouragement of shooting at them. Interesting. Lots of chatter. Yeah, drones everywhere. Civilian drones or service drones. Nah. There's tons of them over military installations. Go try to fly. Go try to ride a bicycle unpermitted into a military installation. Go fly, because they're over the Pentagon also, right? Go fly a Cessna over the Pentagon. See how many F-16s show up. You won't even get to the Pentagon. There'll be F-16 escorts. Just made it home, Kiri, right on. Saw some weird drones coming through Nashville to the party. Interesting. Yeah, they've been everywhere. Yeah, drones are everywhere. At least they're telling us that they are. I saw if you search the Luigi guy's charges in New York, there are none, but yet there is an approved extradition order. Interesting. We have a pretty cool shirt coming up. It's the McDonald's emblem. It says snitches get stitches. And then what else does it say on there? We've got the three things he had on his shell casings. The drones were meant to be seen, otherwise they wouldn't have been lit. Yeah, exactly. It is to distract you and get you to talk about it. I can send you the screenshots if you want. Let me know if it was a bit. I don't know what we're talking about. Hey, Rafa. I got banned for nutting on Patreon. I posted a lukewarm message on one of their group chats about my phone being blocked. Logged in on Patreon on Monday after the SOE party and was locked out of... Oh, you're talking about Nut and Fancy. I see what you're saying. So you're still on our account. You're not banned from us. You're banned on some other thing. Deny, defend, depose. Heard rumors of a drone that got shot down. Yeah, they don't want you shooting them fucking drones down because that's their drones. Nuttin has always hated SOE. Anybody have any information on Nut and Fancy? I've seen the same thing. Super passive aggressive kind of shit. We talked to him face to face at SHOT Show. Ran into him. He actually approached us, and then turned around and several people who we knew that he didn't realize we knew, he was talking shit when we walked away. Didn't say anything to us. We were very, polite to him, interested in meeting him. I have no ill dealings with him, but he had some shitty stuff to say, which is bizarre. I remember hearing a tinfoil hat theory, fake alien. Oh yeah, I never got the hype around. No, he seems like he's always chewing gum, like maybe he has dentures or something. He's got kind of that gum chewing. I figure he probably wears Crocs. News had a congressman talking about Iran mothership. Yeah. Do we really think they're from Iran? Iran's airplanes, we gave them to them in their 1970s aircraft that Iran has. Iran. All of your politicians want to go to war with Iran, so everything's Iran, 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 Iran. Maybe I was just too late to the gun. Yeah, maybe. We all know how reliable the nightly distraction and deviation from the truth. A day or two after this healthcare CEO, the insurance CEO, was executed, I saw reportings that a second medical insurance CEO was assassinated in his apartment. I saw it. I sent it to a couple of people. Scully saw it. And then there was no mention of it, and we couldn't find anything about it. Within 2 days, a second one was killed. And you can't find fucking anything about it. Iran has F-14 Tomcats. Laugh out loud if you watch the latest Top Gun. That's what I'm talking about, yeah. S2 Underground introduced me to the cloud ceiling concept. I'm not familiar with it. Cloud seeding? Do you mean cloud seeding? Remember the video of all the news stations reciting the exact same script? Yeah. There's thousands of those compilations like that saying all kinds of different stuff through history. How many news reporters have been boldly caught lying about things? Fabricating shit. Helicopter. We were getting shot at in a helicopter. And then you find out that they were not. None of that shit happened. I don't even take too much note of news. Yeah, exactly, man. Has anyone ever heard about Project Bluebeam? Yep. They're doing whole entire fucking sky shows with drones. Cloud ceiling keeps drone cameras from being able to work. Has to rely on other. Oh, interesting. Kind of like Tim Walls in Tiananmen. Yeah, Tim Walls in Tiananmen Square. Tim Walls in combat. Tim Walls deploying with a combat unit. Tim Walls fucking blah, 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 blah. That whole Tim Walls had sex with a male student when he was a high school teacher sure went away quick, though. That went away. He never disputed that, though. Crocs are for, yeah. Not fancy home time. I remember a video he did when he was at SHOT Show and he was acting displeased about how Eagle Industries, our booth, weren't all that enthusiastic to talk to him. Yeah, I mean, because they don't need to talk to him. Like, Eagle Industries had been around forever. Like, they couldn't even keep up with the work that they had. None of us can. It's weird because Eagle Industries was super enthusiastic to talk to us. Like, I still talk to John Carver occasionally. Have we opened the Pharaoh coffin? Yeah, I know what's in there. Thought it was funny that a dude that smart would hold on to all the evidence leaking him to the crime. Yeah. The one thing he did say, the two things he did say, he didn't dispute any of the other shit, but or at least they didn't show us that part. He did say, the $8,000 is not mine. I've not seen it. Someone planted it, meaning them. And he also, when they said, because they were trying to say that he was a sophisticated criminal, so as to give no bail, saying that the cash was going to be used to run to Canada, and that he was sophisticated because he had a Faraday bag to block the signal so they couldn't track him. That's what they were saying. And he said, that's a waterproof bag, and I've never seen the cash before in my life. And if you look at him, valedictorian, all kinds of speeches, very well spoken, you would think he's probably pretty well written, but then the ramblings of the note seem fucking just bizarre, like somebody fabricated them on the fly. PP1 episode? It could be, you're right. Yes, we're Temu Incognito. Yes, we maintain all of these sewing machines and this entire building to trick you. Are we Temu Incognito? You just fucking outed yourself. I mean, we know what you are. Yeah, Faraday bags next to be illegal. Printers. He hit all of it, right? Suppressors, ghost guns. He fucking got it all right in there. They planted everything they needed that they want to go after. Reminds me of the ilk of customers that want good products, but also to actively have his ass kissed and everything less than that. Yeah, no shit. Who are we talking about? Search pivotal helix. Interesting. Tell us, what is that, Gunslinger? If SOE had Temu prices. I've not ever seen anything from Temu. And do you remember Temu, shop like a millionaire? Remember that shit was everywhere for like 2 years. I haven't seen any word of Temu, and I haven't seen any targeted ads from Temu in, I don't know, a year probably. Very small one-man drone. Interesting. So why are we calling it a drone instead of an aircraft? If it's a drone, drones aren't pilot controlled, right? Drone is a remote vehicle. So is it just an aircraft? Is the pilot on board? The pistol is claimed to be a match to casings in New York. Of course it is, especially if they put it in there. Maybe it is his. Maybe it is. There's a lot of shit out there that says, you know, evidence and people breaking shit down that says that the dude they arrested is not even the same dude. You're going to get Clintoned? Yeah, if you're flying, it's a plane. I bought some resin statues off Temu. They're pretty nice. Right on. The next Wish Temu will be rolling out in the next 3 months. Yeah, maybe so. Apparently they're banning TikTok. There also wasn't a dude there fixing sewing machines for a whole day last week. Yeah, I forgot about that too. Yeah, we had a dude in here at Temu Factory fixing sewing machines. Weird. He didn't speak Chinese. Drones are remote. The one man carries without able to pilot. TikTok shop is the new Temu. Is that the case? Andrew Brown, leaked to the article. What article are we talking about, bud? Up in the shine proof next time, wear them pickles. You aren't drinking any fucking shine until later. I don't think we're even rolling shine out early this next time. I wasn't even aware there was shine here. So whoever had the shine, no shine till after the outdoor events are completed. The guy in New York supposedly had a veterinarian pistol, and now it's a 3D printed pistol they found. Yeah, shine on. RH8, that's called a Fed trap. Timu was selling suppressors for about a year, called them fuel. Oh yeah, with the solvent traps, is that what we're talking about? Definitely ATF bullshit. Think about the stuff that they go after people and literally destroy their lives and put them in prison for large portions of their life over seemingly like you could have it, but if you use it for this other thing. How fucking insane is that? That they have built a whole career, people live their entire lives, work their entire life at a job just to fuck over people. Like, no victim. There's no victim. You can't show anybody for half of the fucking laws on the book. There's no fucking victim. And the people arresting you do the exact same thing themselves. It's just who they work for that allows them to do it. Taking about misinformation. We don't have misinformation. We spread missing information. Lab guy from West Virginia with distillation units here. What's up, man? How are you? Chuck Davis looked at me like he was going to sick his dog on me if I gave Bob another jar. Yeah, no shit. No shit. Another day of that for Bob. He's going to need an intervention. I spread misspelled information. I see stuff that's misspelled and I just fucking send it anyways. I'll get more comments if it's misspelled. And if you don't know what I fucking meant, well, I don't know what to tell you. The drones were around Trump's complex. Not letting the homeless dude steal a sip. Told that motherfucker not to drink straight out of the jar. Had to toss the last few sips already there, so no biggie. We're going to have a pickle eating contest. I think we're going to have the giant hamster balls that you get inside and have an obstacle course downhill. And I think we're going to have a giant slip and slide downhill. Always close people can't. Yeah, grammar Nazis, exactly. Exactly. I'm concerned that they have been awfully quiet. Would you sell Oakley cabinet? Nah, I buy them every time I find one. I buy them. I actually need more Oakley cabinets. I think I have 6 right now. Who's cleaning the puke out of the hamster balls? You actually, it's a ball inside a ball. You actually stay stable. Enough alcohol in Rafa, it would have killed the herpes. Yeah, I'd like to see what Musk's ideas are. What the fuck? I just showed up. Is this your apocalypse station? Yes. Yes, it is. This is a shop. Let me show you first. We'll walk through here real quick. We manufacture all of this. I started this company 35 years ago. We build and sell all of this right here. We'll walk through here. This is my... All right, reconnect. So I don't know what you saw outside. This is a friend of mine. He does a 25-acre, he's got 5 acres planted market garden. He just brought over some big heads of cauliflower. These are mushrooms that he does. This is celery and some onions in there, some radishes, and then a bag of turnips. And then I got a bunch of catfish and other stuff there he brought over. And then we'll walk out here. These are 2 employee bathrooms over here. And then we'll walk through. This is a t-shirt area. We do t-shirts every week, a different design. And it's very rare that we ever rerun a t-shirt design. So randoms sit over here. These are sew stations right here where we build all of this stuff. All the raw goods come in the door. This is all material, cases of Velcro, elastic, webbing and such. All back through here. There's 3 rows of it. All the way back, right? And then in here, it all gets cut, chopped up, processed, and then it goes into work bins. These are digital hot cutters right here, and a cold cutter, manual cutters. As you see, we have them all through here. This is the cut, clip, and clean table. All the threads get cut, it gets quality controlled, buckles get put on. And then over here, this is work. Some of it is started, some of these are bins and batches of work, and then it just runs and goes back and forth all day. And then I started the company 35 years ago. Do you recommend something that burns a hole in nylon? Soldering iron. Soldering iron. We have a few things. And you can buy you a cheapie soldering iron just starting out, but really get you a proper Weller soldering iron. This thing will go 700 degrees. And this is what we use to punch holes or to at least punch guide holes. And then this gets you a 300, 200 watt. You'll see another one out there that only goes 150, 200. You want the 300 and put the cutting blade in there. We use the shit out of this. For cutting cord and some webbing and stuff, you can use this rope cutter. These are both very inexpensive. And then we have grommet and snap presses right over here. And then other Velcros and stuff, leather that I work in sometimes, different hides. Mushrooms, bacon grease, good idea. Where was the produce when it just came here today, AJ? What do you mean 35 years ago? I'm 53. I just turned 53. I think I'm 53, 52 or 53. We just had a party here this weekend, as a matter of fact. We had hundreds of people out. And then this is the garage on the building. We bought the building 10 years ago. I bought the building 10 years ago. And it was an abandoned building that was gutted and vandalized. We put a 6,000-foot loft upstairs. And then I've got that glass wall so that I can sit up there and drink coffee and eat little tiny sandwiches, fancy grilled cheese sandwiches, and look down at my cars and stuff, which are not in here. And then I put a gym in here because everything I have is here. This is a 10-acre property. We have over 100 chickens. I've got about 100 rabbits. I've got sheep in the back. There's five or six big, really big dogs. I've got a bunch of guineas. I've got geese. I've got ducks. Let's go out the back door here, see what we can see. Can't see much. Can you see those trees back there? Those woods go back a ways. That's all fenced back there. And then about another 50% of the property's out front, and that's also all fenced, and that's barnyard. We got a bunch of trees, and we've planted over 100 fruit trees here over the years. And then we've got a bunch of different, everything we put on the property produces a crop of some sort. Do we eat duck eggs? Yeah, we do eat duck's eggs. But I don't keep the ducks locked up, and I think that the chickens eat a lot of the duck eggs. Plus, my ducks can get out of the pen into the middle pond, so they usually lay eggs around the pond, and the dogs are able to eat them. Dude, I had my eye on a 5B acre property outside Gainesville, Florida. Someone beat me to the pond. Got it. What the fuck, Zero? I don't know. What the fuck? You tell me. This is sick. What's up? But it's 35 years, right? I started the company when I was 17, and I just kept doing everything. Everything I do is related to business. And my wife, who for a very long time was my girlfriend, also everything she did was related to business. She ran a couple of salons. She was the manager of several salons. She also cut hair for a long time. When she got off work, she came and worked with me. And then our kids, we cohabitated for a long time. She would drive almost an hour to come stay with me, and I would drive an hour to go stay with her. And then our kids, eventually, we moved into one room where I went to high school, where I grew up, and me and three children and a man and my wife lived in one room, and then I ran my company out of my mom's garage, and then all our kids were together, so they could all go to the same school district. And then 20 years ago, we moved to Tennessee, and our money goes much further in Tennessee than it did in California. Things were much freer out here, and we do stuff here on a daily basis that's just normal life that you could get arrested doing in San Diego. So do you have employees that work there? Yeah, I have about 20 employees right now. There's several people on the video right now. Kiri, AJ Harrison, Jason Rapport there, Josh Winnie. I'm just scrolling down here. Anyways, a bunch of these people were just here. They have met the employees. They know some of the employees. Many of us, I do a live video every night around 9 o'clock typically. And right now there's 100 people on here. 50 of us know each other in real life, like we hang out together on a pretty consistent basis. Some of us just several times a year, some of us every week. And we all do business together in some manner. Most of my friends, we became friends because of business, and then those are our friends. Ellie Zero. Hey man, check out this YouTube channel. I've got 5,000 real videos on here. I've got an Instagram page where the content's a little bit different, and then I've got a Facebook, and then I've got TikTok also. Isaac is more entertainment than employee. I feel after no, he is very entertaining, but like that's a good dude. Like I spend probably more time with Isaac than most other people. Isaac and my wife. Told you Saturday night you need to come move here where you are loved. I think Kiri is very loved everywhere she is. Tell us how you started Temu. This channel builds American men and sometimes women. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Using plastic straws? I do use plastic straws. I even carry around plastic straws with me just in case. Like the bullshit plastic straws. Actually buy these big plastic straws. Like I think I could probably stab this into you. And I drink a lot more this way. I use these old Starbucks cups with lids. So when I dump them over, the lid stays on. And I drink about 12 of these a day. If Isaac wasn't a ginger Jew, he would probably be my new son-in-law. He probably would be. He'd probably the best choice. Again, I just inspire women to work like men used to, hard and frequently. Well, that's how women used to work. Like, maybe they weren't in the job force, but I mean, they would run a household, which was very different, right? They were producing food, they were raising children, and now everything's co-opted. And for people that don't know, that's my wife saying that right there. Talk to him, all his funny stuff. You can tell after 5 minutes he's a good guy. He's smart too. Yeah, we claim Isaac as our kid. And his family is great also. We are very lucky that their family lives 2 properties over. We have forest between us, and they have a 17-acre homestead over there. They've got a great property, good people. Lucky he's a ginger Jew. I lose my shit after he asked my advice, then did the opposite. I couldn't find it in the SOE website. What are we talking about? Let me go back and see what he said. I saw some double Rallyman mag pouches with pistol pouches. What's up with that one? They're Rallymans with pistols. Look up Rallyman. The home page on the website has a taskbar right at the top middle. Every other page on the website has a taskbar on the top right. If you're on your phone, you might have to scroll over. Those are Rallymans. In the Rallyman drop-down menu, you pick with pistols or without pistols. That's what's up with that. Without pistols, without pistols, with pistols, with pistols. I've probably got about 50 of them. I've got Highlander and multicam with pistols, if that's what we're talking about. Yeah, his dad's a good dude. Yeah, in the Marine Corps, fucking 20 years. Right, but it was pistol, rally, pistol. Raph, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't know. He's talking about a sub. Oh, leg subload. It comes with 2 leg straps. Rallyman subload. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Everyone used to have a garden for at least herbs, tomatoes, and potatoes. Absolutely, Waffles. And we are very blessed that our friends were just here. The lady Curie, who is on here, who planted this entire garden this year, probably 90% of it. We have a bunch of raised bed roller carts, and they sit right outside here. And then when it gets really hot, we put up shade cloth. I don't know if we have lighting in here. No, none of the lights are on. I usually have solar lights in the greenhouse. The greenhouse has 2 rows of carts all the way across on both walls. You can't really, you kind of see one right there. I think we got about 50 raised bed in there right now. So a lot of those plants will overwinter. How much time would Amanda save if you use drip? A ton, but we like to get out there too so that we see what's going on. We're pretty hands-on. It takes about 15 minutes a night to water. And we pump the water. A lot of times we'll pump out of the aquaponics system. So it's getting, we know we're getting good water in there, but I do have a low pressure drip irrigation from Grower Solution. And I did that so that I could put an IBC tote on cross stacked rail ties, put it on a 6-foot height so that it will actually drip irrigate without pressurized water if need be. Yeah, Amanda enjoys it. She actually watered this entire year for the garden, whereas typically I do it all the time. "17 acres, why so small?" Because that's what we got, man. How much do you got, Paul? What are you running? Hey, y'all. How can I get a battle belt setup from you guys? Every time I check on the website, they're sold out. Well, we don't make a battle belt setup. I have videos and showed every night for 6 months as we would run these pieces over and over. They were on our text and email. This is the war belt, the padded belt, which we have not put out to the public. You can use any belt to create this system. And anybody who owns guns definitely has a 2-inch duty belt or a military surplus belt. You can use any padded belt with this system or any type of belt system at all. This is 4 Rallyman mag pouches, so that's 12 mags. The 2 fronts have pistols, the back ones do not. 2 1-quarts and a butt pack and a padded suspender set. And that's what makes this up right here. Here is Amanda's setup, same thing, just multicam black, TIFF blue. And with this system being a 32-inch belt, this is mine, I actually have 4 pieces of pals on this empty, so I can put 6 more rifle mags here if you wanted to. And you can move this around. And these 1-quarts we built last year, we still have them, we still build them. This has a cradle right here for 1 quarts, but it also has a tuckable lid, so you can use this. This will hold a 100-round drum. It'll hold a 60-round Surefire or 40 rounders, but it'll hold 4 standard PMags. And then the pockets on the side, you can put all your water, water tabs and such, but it'll hold 3 Cliff bars per pocket or power bars or anything like that. These Rallymans that don't have pistols have pals, so you can add Rallymans or multi-tool pouches or light pouches. And if you've not seen the butt pack, it's pretty in-depth. There's a lot to the butt pack also. John used me to model the mannequins. You're getting close, dude. I was noticing you've lost half a fucking person, bro. SOE canteen pouches are the best I've used. Thanks, man. I built probably 12 iterations of that. It took about 90 days till we had one that we were finalized on. 80 acres, that's great, Paul. Where are you at? Idaho, right? You're running all potatoes? Are you running potatoes? Thinking of the drones are mapping Christmas drop-offs. Oh, who knows? Can you show your Pimp Willis cup and what's your favorite thing to sip out of it? I've never drank out of it. I am not confident that it's not lead paint. The same lady in, where was she? Long Beach, California. She made Snoop Dogg's Pimp Cup. She made mine. It came from a friend of ours. Some of you guys know Big Al. He had it made. I've also got one from a friend, Scotty, that is not one of the actual ones. It's pretty cool. We'll go upstairs for a minute. I think that Pimp Cup, I think the real one is still on my desk in my office. I know a lot of people have talked about that lately, and I don't know why. I'm guessing there's an old video out there that's resurfaced. Smells good up here. Amanda's got something in here, cedar. A massage table. I don't see it. I don't know where it is. I don't know what's in here. These are pretty cool. I don't know where that Pimp Cup is. I got this guy not too long ago. I think these are pretty cool. Yeah, I love the book too. When I bought this off of a friend of ours, actually runs an oddities Facebook group, a rather large group. And I saw him put this up, and he sent me some stamps from 1990 that said very similar. Here's an old umbilical cord set of shears, umbilical clamps. I don't see that comp. I don't know where it might be in my, man, it might still be in my office in the old building. Is the painting original? No, it's not an original. It is an original print. It's got paperwork and documentation with it, but it's not an original. We actually, Cody went through and set up some of my cabinets because I intended to bring the VIP guys in here and show off the knife collections and stuff. And we never made it in here. There's a reflection here. See if you can see. That's the Mont Blanc Einstein pin. There's some cool shit in here. Just some random stuff. I don't know why they don't have the cabinets plugged in, but we kind of get an idea. The globe is made of minerals. It is. Those used to be very common, and they were expensive. When you had to get them at travel stores, like the luggage and travel stores that used to be in the malls, and they were, they were upwards of $2,000. And then when you went into like the early 2000s, they had clearanced a lot of that stuff out, and it was in like Ross and the discount stores, and you could get them for like a couple $100, the big ones. I have 3 or 4 of them, and nowadays they're back up in price. You see them in antique stores and stuff. I have one. Is this one? No, that's not one of them. I've got a few of them. These are some real old ones here. But I buy all the lighted ones that I see. I'm going to build a wall right here that's all pallet walls that'll all be lit globes. But I have a few of those mineral ones. I've got a really big one, and I've got a couple smaller, like a medium and a small one. We'll go down the staircase here. I don't know if a lot of reflection there. These lamps. We bought this lamps was from the Interview with a Vampire. Not the movie, but the TV show, which was actually what the movie, I believe, was based on. This was a show from the 60s, but that's the original set from the show. Wall of the Worlds. That's a good way to put it. I'm going to redo this spot here. When we built this building, this was built, there's a catwalk behind the wall. It goes about 10 feet, and it's the full length of the upstairs. And we built this originally with an aquarium going here, and then the filter room was behind the wall. But we never did put the aquariums in. Ever think about installing windows or a sky? Oh, I think about it all the time, man. All the time. You don't realize how much you miss windows until you don't have them. And it actually, it monitors. Are we live? Are we live? I think we're live. But yeah, it really bothers you when you can't see the outside. This kind of helps a little, having monitors. And everybody upstairs there, that was all curated by Curie. Curie went through and cleaned and organized and put all of that on display properly. Okay, we're back. Okay. Do you plan on lighting up the stairs? So the stairs, actually, I don't know if you know that, if that's why you're asking. The stairs are actually set up to light up. These panels come off of here. Can you, am I zoomed in? Why am I zoomed in here? These panels here come off, and there's pieces of Lexan that we have that have LED. There's a C-clamp that runs the length of the panel that goes on the back. We've just never drilled and wired it. The red looks so good. We've never put the LED displays in place. We've never wired. The back staircase has the same things. Curie was in heaven up here. Love seeing Curie's vision. Well, yeah, everything you saw this weekend was Curie's vision. Do you collect rare types of dice? Yeah, I like bone dice, especially like human bone, shin bone, different types of bone, whale bone, ivory. Love them. I love anything ivory and ebony like that. But yeah, I do like dice. Yeah, I do. Was Curie nervous breaking something? Nah, half that shit's already broken. Is that a walrus? Yeah, it sure is. Yeah. I know somebody selling a walrus set of tusks that's very nice, really nice. Nowadays, to get them in the United States, you have to have some kind of artwork or scrimshaw on them, which is still doable. You love snakes? Oh shit, man! I wish you could have seen the snakes. I wish you'd been around. Man, we had when I say we had 1,000 snakes, like we legitimately had 1,000. I had 2 full-time reptile keepers. That chili she made was next level nice. The Sterilite sounds like a project for a guy you know. Glenn, the red is pretty fucking good as it is. I've got a sign that's laser etched with the round logo, says "Made in the motherfucking USA," and that's how it illuminates. As a remote, you turn it on, and it has a track of LEDs that makes the whole thing illuminate. And then the remote controls all the lights. It strobes and, moves in and out and does all kinds of stuff. Snake is delicious. Yeah, I've had snake. That pimp cup deserves a place. Yeah, I don't know where it's at. It might be in my other building. Do you guys make Ranger bands? We do not make Ranger bands. Do you like snakes? Because a few parties ago, John had snakes in there. Yeah, we had a lot of snakes up there. We brought some of our more colorful, like I had a bunch of different color phases of green tree pythons. And when green tree pythons are born, some of them are purple, and some of them are almost blue, and some of them are yellow, like bananas. They are so bright, they look like they have batteries running them. Didn't you have some poison? No, I had poisonous snakes when I was a kid in San Diego. I've never kept venomous snakes in Tennessee. Producing venomous snakes produces other venomous snakes. And there's just too much. It's too difficult to move them. There's a lot of regulation on them. Plus, I have a lot of people around. And when we would go in and feed snakes, we're feeding hundreds of snakes in a couple of hours. And you will become very complacent, especially if you have other people with you. I got bit by snakes all the time, so we didn't maintain any venomous animals in Tennessee. Up until last year, Dory had a 10-foot boa John gave her. The boa was a velociraptor. That boa bit me across my entire hand. I probably still have some scars from it. Yeah, there's one right there. That little dot right there is actually a scar where that snake bit me across the fingers. Ever seen Biokeeper YouTube? No, I've not. I've not seen that. Red-tailed boa, nice. Little Ricky. We've had Surinams, Guyanans, Colombia. We've all kinds. Boa constrictor. Yeah, you're always going to get. I got bit by a rattlesnake October 1st, 1986. This thumb has much different tissue as opposed to this thumb. And it wasn't even one that I had in captivity that bit me. Well, I kind of had it in captivity, but it wasn't one that was in a cage. Gaboon vipers. That's how all my antique stuff started. We would do a breakfast video every morning, and a client sent me an envelope with a couple of Gaboon viper fangs. And I thought that was very, very neat. And other people saw that. And then a week later, somebody sent me a turtle skull. And then Amanda bought me a beaver skull. And then I was curious if I could have human skulls. And you could. You could buy them on eBay. You could buy them on Amazon back then. So that's kind of how it all started. It started from one of you guys sending me a Gaboon viper skull. I hate cottonmouth. Man, cottonmouths are everywhere too. And if I hadn't seen it myself, I'd say you're full of shit, right? We had a copperhead, but not me. Somebody had a copperhead in a 55-gallon drum. And we went to look at it, and we were going to move it, relocate it, or do whatever. And this fucking snake sprung up out of that drum at about my head level. I'm 5'8", and was striking, and then fell back down. It like a spring. And if you'd have told me that happened, I've been around so many snakes my entire life. I would have said, you are full of shit. Well, I probably wouldn't have said it, but I'd have thought, that motherfucker's full of shit. Had I not seen that thing itself, I've seen them, they will jump on boats, they'll get in kayaks. They are very aggressive. We actually kill venomous snakes when we see them on the property here. There's only been a couple. John had a peacock. We did have a fucking peacock for too long. A couple weeks was too long. Now John is Laura Croft light. Amanda fucking, when you guys always see Amanda always dressed, right? She's always clothed all the way. When you see Amanda skinned down to just a tank top with her fucking little combat boots, that bitch is Laura Croft right there. Almost was bit by a cottonmouth water moccasin Everglades. Hell yeah, you will be. They got some big rattlesnakes out there too. Haven't seen a snake in Tennessee yet, but damn do armadillos. Yeah, armadillos are born on the road dead, aren't they? If you ever see them, they're rooting around in the grass. They eat worms and bugs and stuff. The first year that we were here in town and outskirts, we went snake hunting all the time. And we saw some snakes. We caught snakes. Never in Tennessee have I seen a rattlesnake. And I know we have them. We've never, ever seen one. We would go out right after roads, right after rains on the road when it's steamy. And you'd see really good hognose snakes. We have some beautiful black hognose snakes here that almost look like indigo snakes, like the color of indigo snakes. And then you'll see copperheads, a lot of copperheads. If you go look under any bridge, Scott, in the summer or spring when it warms up, any bridge with water running under it, you will see copperheads, water snakes, garter snakes, and cottonmouths. Open the coffin. There's nothing inside the coffin. You guys know we have a bunch of these, right? I buy them anytime I find them. These are reproductions. They were originally made in like the 60s and 70s. I don't remember what time exactly the Egyptian revival time was, but they used these, like they were made to be bookcases inside, and then the early ones you saw pool cues and liquor cabinets, and then they were made to be like DVD and CD cabinets. Laugh my ass off, y'all shut up. Damon Wilson, what are you talking about? Jumping bean motherfucker, what are you talking about? Cottonmouths are like giant springs. Seen them jump. Yeah, I would have never believed it. Printcraft 3D. Hey, what do you do? I assume you do print stuff, right? Do you know my friend Drac? You ever heard of Drac? The casket? Oh. Yeah. Canadian railroads bought mummies for a while in the 19th century instead of coal. So there's actually something to that. Mummies were used a lot through history. They actually consumed them thinking they had medicinal purposes. If you go back to the World's Fairs, mummies were all through the World's Fairs. They were selling whole mummies and then pieces of ground up mummy. And they actually used mummies ground up originally to make asphalt and tar. If you look into that, you'll see there's actually a lot of history of it. Clever. You want to own one of these? Oh, we can make that happen, man. We can definitely make that happen. Oh, an eastern coral snake. So I don't know about legalities of eastern coral snakes. The Arizonas are prettier. I'm sure there's people braiding all kinds of color phases. So I don't know about, eastern coral snakes. Coral snakes are actually very docile. It's very difficult to get bit, and they're not a front-fanged snake. If you want, do you specifically want a coral snake or just something that looks like it? Because there's some milk snakes that look very, very similar that are actually easier to keep. Maybe we should do some more animals. What do you guys think? Should we get a few different little snakes? I would like to have an elephant here at the next party. I think that would be cool. an elephant. I was going to unload the trailer tomorrow, but it's supposed to be -4. Friday will be 15 sounds better. I will plastic windows tomorrow. Yeah, we got freeze coming too. I think we're supposed to freeze again tonight. I like the coral snakes because they're so docile. Got it. You have to let a coral snake. Yeah, you really got to fucking do some work to get bit by a coral snake. Gila monsters too. That's another one that's usually pretty docile. Beaded lizards as well. Why would they pave roads? Look it up, Rafa. Look it up. Look it up, and then you tell us. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was used in asphalt. The coloring, I believe it was. Mummy is primarily carbon and were cheaper than other sources. There we go. I like pretty snakes. I like the way you look with pretty snakes. I think I'm going to get a new snake next expo. I kind of miss them around, even though I bitch about the boa. Jason, the snakes at the expos that come here are usually pretty shitty. Let's figure out what you want, and then we'll get something like from Vital Exotics or somewhere. No snakes. Brendel says, where the fuck do you come from? How long you been in here? Brandel, did you ever see the snakes here? You were around when we had snakes, right? CEO Shooter has a song on Renab Record. Is that for real? I like pretty snake charmers. That's a good way to put it. That's a very good way to put it. What was the chick with the snake? Natasha, what was her name? I cannot remember the name. The poster girl. Brandel, you will love mine whenever it ends up being. I saw a few. We kept them away. We kept me away from them. AJ. I really want some nice aquariums. I just don't want to have to take care of them. I want somebody to come here every few weeks and do water changes and shit. Me having an aquarium is I dump water in the aquarium and I dump fish, and the ones that live, I feed them until they die. I saw the ones upstairs, but I never went to the snake building. John, own any cool Medusa? I don't. I would love to have some cool Medusa statues. I like to buy bronzes when I see them, but I'm to the point where anything I get has to be really big, which means it's really fucking expensive. We have so much little shit. Like the collection, if you've ever seen the collection, that's probably 20-25% of it. So it just gets lost anytime we buy small stuff. Like the only small shit I would buy would be like ivory or something like that. Something that's, you know, very difficult to find nowadays. Natural selection aquariums. Yeah. People always say cichlids are hard. I've had some little cichlids in those micro tanks that, you know, went for years. Retics. Yeah, if you want retics, you want Vital Exotic retics. Retics are very prey driven though. Those are like the velociraptors of the snake world. Need your advice on thread. All I could find is Terra 60. You want to find nylon 70. It used to be called 69. Look at this cat licking its leg. I actually touched it tonight. It's oozing. So he's got it all irritated. And it's literally just an abrasion. So there's no wound to close. And you can't put shit on there. He just licks it off. Yeah, plastic fish. Oh, plastic fish. Check these out. Check out these. These are pretty neat. Red belly piranha. Yeah, you could do pacus or really big. What are those knife fish called? Why can't I think of them right now? Utter bomb for the cat. Okay, we'll try that. Can't be worse than the boa. No. Yeah, you can get dwarf retics, but even a dwarf retic still gets big. Like, they don't stay small. Yeah, I would love to have hyenas. Had one at the expo. Oh yeah, kangaroos are totally doable, especially in Tennessee. There's some loose, not far from here. I don't know if you guys can see the colors. That one has a ton of pink in it, but it's not really translating through the camera lens. And you can get box jellyfish, little jellyfish and shit, but they don't last long. Okay, there we go. T6970 I can find. Not sure if it will work for my machine until I upgrade. Won't say what I have since I don't want scolding. Oh, I don't care. What do you got? A Sailrite or something? It'll run. The best thread out there is AE. This is not AE. What is this? Star. This Star stuff's pretty good too. But AE, American Ephrid. Am I upside down? Here we go. This is the best you're going to get. And it's gone up in price. It's literally like tripled in price over the last couple of years. American Ephrid. We have a US made company right now. The people we buy this from, she just sampled and had custom dyed to this color. They just sent us samples of thread right now. And I think we buy it 100-pound put up at a time, but it's the price of buying like 30 of these cones, and it's a US thread manufacturer. You want nylon though, and you need to test it through your machine, and it'll seemingly run pretty well. What you really want to test it on to know if it's going to work, sew hook Velcro, because it's a 3-strand thread, and there's right hand thread twist and there's left hand twist thread. If you don't know that, it probably doesn't matter to you. But it depends on, like on a double needle or other machines, it might make a difference for you. But this thread, you want to sew it on that hook Velcro and see if the coating on the thread is going to unravel, because it'll split that thread, and when the 3 strands are separate, they'll be able to cut the thread on the hook Velcro. You can't dye Kevlar. When you get dudes talking about Kevlar and shit, you can't dye Kevlar. You have yellow gold thread. I have yellow thread. I brought it in specifically for Mike from Keybar. We brought in some yellow materials and different things for his company long ago. Do you have OD attachments sewn onto your single point bungees? Do you have QD attachments? No, they clip in. We don't sew them on. All of our slings are modular. And in the drop-down menu, you pick what you want. And if you pick QD, we snap a QD on. And if you get a 2-point, you order it with a QD, you're going to get a QD on the front that plugs in. And then if you want one on the back, it's on the same page in the drop-down menu. And then we put one of these on the back. It's all modular, though. They're not sewn on. So I don't have to have 16 other part numbers. Some of the Shepherd slings I sell are Kevlar, impossible to dye. I don't know what a Shepherd sling is. Do you know the Marine Prepper? I do not know Marine Prepper. On this day 15 years ago, you could buy Bitcoin for 1 cent. Holy shit. I saw it at 102,000 again today. You've got to stand for something or you fall for anything. Do you have yellow thread? No bang. It's like a lava lamp. Are those real jellyfish? No, they're not. When we were originally doing the building on the build out, we had discussed putting jellyfish tubes right here, coming from here up into my office, one on each corner, and then every span running down and having 6 big bubble tubes with jellyfish in them. That never got installed either. David injured Goliath with a Shepherd rocks. Oh, got you. Okay, got it. Love the M1 Grand slings. We have M1 Grand chest rigs. Will Velcro perform the same if spray painted? Probably not, but you can still do it. Just dust it. We've painted it, and I've seen it painted. I got the Lewis filter applied to the phone screen. I don't know what that means. I have 4950, just need one more to stream. What are you doing, Satan? Cats are a trip, man. They see things that you don't see. Like there's something there we can't see, but they see it. Oh, colorblind. I see what you're saying. Check out Montana 94 spray paint if you're painting gear. There we go. Really appreciate the video you did with the instructor talking about. That's Lewis. We'll do another one Friday. We'll sit down, try to keep it under an hour. Yeah, we're surrounded by shit can't see. You fucking got that right, don't you? Cats see things we don't want. Oh, that's a good, yeah, good point too. What do you make with leather? I do different tool bags and round duffel bags and a few different things here and there. I just kind of build them up for auction. That's a leather crossbody bag I did. Are we back running? That's a leather crossbody bag there. Make sure Lewis tells everyone I taught him everything he knows. Man, I'm really getting a lot of blinks on this, which is weird that this is flickering in and out like that. I have 3 separate internet systems inside the building that this thing can immediately ping to. See if I can find one of those bags. I had them out here maybe. Here's a leather hybrid I'm working on. I just never finished it. This is a tool bag. Started putting the final body together, but that's what it looks like right there. Woodland edge tape, woodland Velcro, woodland webbing on a brown hide. Got a texture to it. That's not a, you can't really see it though, can you? That's, everything got broken down and moved during the party. Everything out here on the floor was, here's one here. But I've got another one also. There's a couple more here somewhere. Anyway, you get the idea. We were putting a tray in James's truck, and I was standing in front of it, and Lewis pulled it out, ripped my toenail off. That was the first day I met him. Holy shit. Leather dump trays. Yeah, I've got leather dump trays I owe to people. Yeah, we'll definitely make some. Internet issue is from drone interference. Maybe. I highly doubt there's any drones out here in the middle of fucking nowhere. Need leather fupas? We could do a leather fupa where the face is leather. We could do the face and the back leather, and then do the hoop, you know, the bottom and the Velcro around. We could do that stuff in Cordura. We could do a nice one. Do you have anything that would just carry an iPad Pro, the new one, the big one? How big is that diagonal? This is an iPad Pro here. It was the biggest you could get. Albino Burmese. So Burmeses are not supposed to move across state lines, which is crazy. But when they were talking about limiting and doing bans, the dude that pushed and promoted that, he bred retics, and he had green anacondas, which is a trip because the yellow anacondas are illegal to move across state lines, but the green anaconda is still wide open. For people that don't know, the green anaconda is the big one. The yellow one is a small anaconda. Diagonal, this Pro is 15 inches across with the case on it. Woodland in Michigan, good for 3 months of the year. It's like 15 inches. That's what this one is. This is exactly 15 diagonal. So my iPad sleeve would fit it. Just putting trays. All right. I'll get an albino Burmese if you want one, Amanda. You're gonna have that snake for fucking 25 years, probably more. I need something that will carry that and some light, like other bullshit, like a fleshlight. I know he said flashlight. If greens didn't get 25 feet long and weigh 5, you saw those greens we had, Jason, right? We had a real pretty green anaconda. then he asked me if I shot myself, and that's how I got my nickname Cheddar Bob. Holy shit. I need something that will carry that and some other bullshit. Got it. Ken, a dude was telling me about a cryptocurrency, some new thing out, that is supposed to be tied to a bunch of stuff the U.S. government's using. He was on here last night, and I think you had gotten off by that time. I don't remember what he was saying. Are you on here, dude? Whoever you are, I got this sign. It's just not painted. It's just a piece of artwork, but I thought it was cool. I need to do something with these big lions. Med bags still run 1000 IV. Med bags. I mean, you can run. We have tons of stuff that'll hold 1000 IV bags. Kiri is not afraid of snakes. No, I know she's not. That's awesome. I didn't carry a flashlight in my pocket. I need something. Hot to a girl crypto coin tank. Yeah, I saw something about that. A pump and dump. Apparently everybody's like she's in trouble. I don't know that she is. Here's those. I forgot we had these. We could have put those out. I've got these scarecrows here that make a bunch of noise. There's another one up there. US crypto is basically the equivalent of the Chinese version Bad Juju. I was doing the box drill, attacked her response, and I pulled out a flashlight. Got it. Trump, tax-free crypto for US-based crypto. Just invest in lead. You can do lead. I would hope that you, Paul Bennett, have Bitcoin, though. I hope you have some Bitcoin. If you'd have put your $1,400 stimulus into Bitcoin, you'd have $80,000 right now. Could someone come in a place a custom order? No, we don't really do anything based. You can come in here and like buy some shit, but I don't do any custom orders like that. And you need to know when I do custom stuff, it starts at $1,000. Like dudes are always like, "Will you build this thing?" I don't ever do little shit. You got to buy something huge, and we can tack on some little shit. Dan Pena was saying, if you know who owns Bitcoin, you wouldn't buy it. Yeah, Easy K, I know. I've seen him say that a bunch. I've watched all Pena's content. And while I like a lot of it, why is he not telling you who the fuck it is? Right? It's kind of weird, right? Why not just tell us then? Who owns it? Satan? Like, why don't you just fucking say who it is then? And I would not be surprised to find out he is invested in Bitcoin. Dan Pena might not realize that he's invested in Bitcoin. I don't think he maneuvers all his money at this point. Are you preparing for Ukraine? No. Have you not heard Ukraine? Russia's going to keep part of Ukraine, and Ukraine's going to keep part of Ukraine. Zelensky's going to be assassinated, or he'll live in the United States. I mean, he has, 3 different estates inside the United States and has residency. Have you heard that about Ukraine? Want to thank you again. Double wide crossbody bag for the wife. That's her go-to. Right on, man. Doctor visits. Awesome, Ryan Ray. Probably thinks it's U.S. government, CIA. Yeah, who knows? I think it's the vehicle med bag. Stacks 2 1000s and lines. Not in a vehicle med bag. No. Medical backpack would. You can put 1000 bags, any footprint where you can put our large mesh pockets. And the small mesh pockets will hold a 500 bag. Is he talking about investors because no one owns it and it's decentralized? I don't know what he's talking about. Can a Rallyman subload be attached to PALs without using the top buckle? No, it cannot. If you're trying to do that, just get Rallyman mag pouches. What are you trying to accomplish? I just read I need a Class 3 license in Florida to own a coral snake that requires 1,000 hours of handling, up to 1 year in jail, $5,000 fine. Allowed versus able. Just don't tell anybody. They filmed me doing the box drill in fighting pistol, and I bet that is some of the funniest footage. Trying to accomplish autism. I think you're there, bro. I think you're there, but you've got it handled pretty well. Just get a dog. How many push-ups? Go to Walmart, do push-ups till you get a proper girlfriend. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here in just a minute. Last questions, statements, comments. Been running it that way, John, for probably 7 years or better. Damon Wilson. What are we talking about, Damon? Damon Wilson, what did he say? Vehicle med bag. You're running the vehicle med bag with 1,000 IVs in it? There's no way to secure them inside, though. The problem will allowed versus able venomous animals is the need for anti-venom. Especially in Florida, every zoo is going to have anti-venom. The zoo's going to hold it. They probably even have it in the emergency room, especially if the animal is present in the wild environment. Crazy that they're going to put you in jail and fine you for an animal that exists in the wild. Can I get a link to your site? Yeah, SOE, Special Operations Equipment, SOE tacticalgear.com. Anybody listening, anytime you're on a social media channel, YouTube, Facebook, whatever, if you go to the channel and click the About button or description, you'll see links to all the websites. Every video I put out in the description has links to all our websites. I've been looking for a coral in the glades for a while. Now they're very elusive. It's very rare that you'll ever find one. Turnover logs, look under rotted leaf material. The same place you find ringneck snakes is where you're going to find coral snakes. And what does the eastern coral snake eat? Other snakes, lizards, I believe. It's like having cobras, right? What do you feed other cobras? You feed them other snakes. Yeah, that's a good point. They do it for plants. Shit growing that you can go buy from their dispensaries, but God forbid you grow that shit yourself. Taking the family to Cheekwood to see Christmas lights. They are going to freeze their asses off. Yeah, once you get to the house, though, it's warm in the house. That Cheekwood, we have a membership there, so we can go there. We've only been there once, though. It's very pretty. But yes, clamshell IV bags go up and out of the way, and then line right on, Damon. Very, very cool, man. So your assumption is that legislation is baseless. What are we talking about? Like on weed? Like, I think that a human being should be able to take whatever drugs they want. And I say this as a person who's never even smoked marijuana. I've never used any products like that. I've not used anything. But if you want to, yeah, I think you should be allowed to. I think legislation is baseless. I think it's just a way to criminalize people and put them into a slavery system, and a way for them to steal money from people who grow and sell it. I can understand a legislation about having tigers in a neighborhood where there's kids running around and shit, right? Tiger gets loose, series 1 animal, that's a problem, right? Man-eaters, that's an issue, perhaps. So grow opium? I don't give a fuck if you grow opium. Don't care one little bit if you grow opium. Liger Town. I have a liger skull upstairs. Where am I? I'm in Tennessee. I'm in my shop in Tennessee, middle of nowhere, small town, USA. But nobody gets arrested when the lab monkey. Yeah, yeah. Where's the lab monkeys? You know, that's the second time those lab monkeys have broken out. Never heard whatever happened. Yeah, you're not going to hear what happened to them. Where in Tennessee? Between Memphis and Nashville. Where are you, Avery? Coco, are you not present anymore? Where are we at? What are we doing? Rather grow a plant to stop 5 pharmaceuticals. I must refill every 4 weeks. Hell yeah. Look up Ligertown. Got it. Check out the Last Prisoner Project if anyone wants to help with people who have been incarcerated for cannabis. Yeah, it's crazy, right? There's dudes in prison right now doing 20 and 30-year terms in a state where they have legalized the plant that they are in jail for. Somebody should also let Ross Albright out, right? Let's get him out. Opioid crisis is not a light subject. You don't care, but competent people do see the problem. Why are you here? Like, how did you fucking get here? This is clearly, like, the same way you got here, there's plenty of channels for you. I don't think that we should Narcan fucking drug addicts that fucking overdose. And the people Narcanning them don't like the combative fucking experience that happens when you save their life. No, I don't think we should be saving people, especially multiple times. I'm sure you or somebody in your family and you view this differently. Again, not my motherfucking problem. But you should probably find a different YouTube channel to frequent. Build this fancy cat house to keep my barn cat nice. Don't know, just heard you say wild stuff about wild stuff. That's what you fucking lasered in on? Is that fucking sentence? Holy shit. Your feelings are definitely going to be hurt here. And the opiate crisis, that was perpetuated by your motherfucking government and the fucking lawyers and the fucking doctors that they licensed to put that shit out. And where did they put it? They didn't put it in the rich neighborhoods. The fucking wealthy went and seeked it out in the other neighborhoods before it was put out. Those pain pill clinics had laps of fucking people blocks around trying to get those pills. The fucking pharmaceutical company, what happened with opium? What happened with laudanum? What happened with cocaine, right? It was just one drug to fucking solve the other problem that they'd already fucking used it all up on. Narcan pouch. Yeah, I make a pouch for Narcan. We sell them. Is ball sack derogatory to call my sister? Yeah, is heroin considered? Yeah. Why was there heroin? Why did they push out laudanum, right? What did cocaine come on the market for? What was it actually sold for? If you're telling me about fucking opioids, let's have the fucking conversation about the history of it. Because you're fucking super focused in on one fucking sentence. You're being, hey, Coco, promptly go fuck off somewhere else. We also shouldn't save suicide. Most of your suicide attempts were not attempts. That's why they brought it to people's attention. Do you know they said they've killed 35,000 people in those death pods in Canada already? Man on YouTube said so. Yeah, definitely gonna fucking have her feelings hurt here. People that want to kill themselves, there's many ways to do that right away. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Everybody have a great evening. We'll do this again tomorrow night. Opioid crisis was easy way to make news for election season. Didn't the first death pod malfunction and caused the woman. Yeah. So the death pods, they say that it actually gives a chemical, and you actually, while you are seemingly unconscious, it takes up to 20 hours for you to drown in your own fluids. This is not the talk, doctor. All right, guys, I'm out.